Okay, so welcome back to part two of why cheating feels so good. The last live that we had was having some interruption problems, and so I decided to break it up into a second portion. Okay, so in the other video, we covered what cheating is, the reasons why people cheat. Okay, so the next two things that I want to cover in this video is why cheating actually feels so good and the things you can do to keep from cheating. Okay. Um, if you're joining us, thank you so much for joining us for the first time. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you go over to the website www.sensualinnovations.com in order to show up to sign up for the membership over there, just in case anything ever happens to YouTube, because they're having a lot of issues. Hence the reason why I had to start the second part of this video. Okay, YouTube's having a lot of different issues. They're having lots of upgrades, and they're doing new things in terms to the terms and conditions of their platform. So if at any point, you know, something happens to YouTube, I want us to be able to continue to communicate. So make sure that you go ahead and you sign up at the website so that I can make sure that I'm getting everything out to you. Hey, Ataka Zulu, how you doing? Okay, so this is part two of why cheating feels so good. All right. As I said before, we already covered what cheating is, and I'll give a quick rundown. I'll just read my notes so that if you're new and you're joining us, I know we lost signal. I don't know what happened, but if you're new and you're joining us, we're talking about why cheating feels so good. Okay, so I explained what cheating is, and it's basically getting your needs met outside of the relationship. Outside of a closed off agreement that you had with someone that you're being monogamous with. Okay, and we talked about why it's undermining of the relationship. You guys are supposed to be creating a safe space for each other emotionally so that you can get your needs met in the relationship, and so that you can grow, using those points of tension in order to propel the relationship forward. And if you're stepping outside of the relationship to try and get your needs met, then you're completely undermining those tension points in the relationship that allows for growth. Okay, and what let me see, the reasons why people cheat, we talked about that, which is the lack of self-control, like an actual chemical imbalance that some people have, and they just cannot control themselves. Okay, the second reason is for revenge, trying to get revenge on their partner because they're upset about something. And the third reason we talked about why people cheat is looking to fulfill an unmet need, whether it's a sexual desire, an emotional connection, excitement, needing something new. Okay, so those are the three reasons we talked about why people cheat. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. Why does cheating feel so good? Okay, the first reason that I have is that the act of gratification that feels is what feels good. And getting your needs met is what feels good. Okay, so if you are deciding to step outside of your relationship, a lot of people when they cheat, when it's over, they feel remorse, they feel bad. So it's not that cheating in itself feels good, it's the gratification or the meeting of your needs that feels good in the moment. Okay, our bodies are machines, and they are built to help us survive. And one of the basic survival needs is sexual. It's sexual in nature. We got the food and shelter, there's sex. If you go and you look up your old psychology lessons, sex is one of those basic needs. Okay, and if you're not having that met, if you're not, that basic need, if it's not getting met, then your survival instincts, they do kick in, and they do propel you to do things that you would not otherwise do if you were in a safe and secure environment. Okay, so that's one reason why cheating feels so good. The second reason why cheating feels so good is the pleasure senses. Again, getting that need met. When you're cheating, what are you cheating for? sexual pleasure, and emotional connection. So if you're sitting with someone and they're talking to you and they're making you feel good, that's a pleasure sense. If you are physically being pleasured, that's a pleasure sense. Your senses are what drive you to do things that, again, feel good to you and that will get you the end result of what you're looking for, which, again, still goes back to getting needs met and getting the desires of your heart. Okay. The third reason why cheating feels so good is the thrill and excitement. For most, some people get super nervous and anxious about cheating, and they actually don't get off on the thrill and excitement. But a large majority of people, when they are cheating, they get off on the excitement, the thrill. One of the things that we need as humans is variety. And if you're in a relationship with someone and things have gotten stale, things are not, as quite lively as you would like them to be, cheating brings in about excitement and thrill. The action of sneaking around, trying to make sure no one finds out, that can be a source of thrill and excitement that would drive someone to continue to cheat. Okay. So let me go to the comments. You guys, my nose is acting up so bad right now. All right. So Atakazula says, hey, Quinn, how are you? I'm doing great, love. How you doing? Lewis says, lost signal. Yes, we did. And James Brooks says, oh, we back. Normally I wouldn't come back, but I was not finished. I was only halfway through what we had to talk about. Okay, James says, yeah, before you left, I asked, what's the point of an open relationship? Okay. The point of an open relationship is to find someone who you can trust, that you can build with, and who you can trust and confide in and invest in, and still be able to get basic needs met that you may not be able to get met in that relationship. It is hard to put all of your needs and desires on one person. Granted, there are a lot of ways that you can get your needs met, if this makes sense. For instance, for someone who has a best friend, so like a female, let's talk about a female. She may be in a relationship with a man who is not emotionally fulfilling to her, but she may have a best friend who she can talk to, she can do anything with, okay? That is her preference, that is her outlet to get her emotional needs, to get them met. Now, if you have someone who chooses not to do that, who chooses not to get that emotional need met through a friendship, maybe they're deciding to get it met through another romantic partner. So that would be the reason why you would have an open relationship. You have your foundation, you have your firm foundation with this person who is going to be there with you through thick and thin. And although they may not be able to provide every need for you that you may have, you can, they'll be there, and you can go and you can get whatever it is that you feel like you need to get outside the relationship. Sometimes you're in a relationship with someone who does not want to do what you want to do. For instance, I have had clients who like to do fetish type of things in the bedroom, and their partner may not be down with that. Their partner may not be into role playing. Their partner may not be into cockholding or whatever the fetish is, whatever the desire is. Their partner may not be into it. But if they can come to a certain type of agreement to have conditions in their relationship to where this person can go and fulfill that desire somewhere else, then they can keep their relationship intact without putting the pressure on the main partner who does not want to do that type of thing. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, love. Lewis says, trying to upgrade. I always feel guilty. You feel guilty about what, Lewis? Jason says, happy Thanksgiving, Princess. I hope you enjoy the holiday with family and friends. Thank you, Jason. I am. I'm intending to enjoy the holiday tomorrow. I can't talk. Savage 1974 Night says, cheating is 101 elementary little boy cheat. I mean, people cheat for different reasons. I don't condone. I personally don't condone cheating. I don't. I think that there are better ways that you can get what you want out of a relationship. But I'm not here to pass judgment on anyone because everybody's situation is different. So, and people do it for different reasons. So, I am not here to pass any judgment. I'll just say that. Savage says, get you a part of this down with the lifestyle you want. I see. I agree. I agree. Lewis says, would you be in an open relationship? At this point, if it right now, in this point in time, I would not do an open relationship. You know, who in the past I have considered an open relationship. In the past, I have been in an open relationship. In the future, I don't know. I can't say that I would want to, and I can't say that I wouldn't want to. But I know right now I'm not interested in an open relationship. Yeah. James says, would you say that an open relationship is another example? Agreed. I think it depends on who it is and what the reason is. Some people, can find being in an open relationship is a solution to a problem. Again, sometimes you have a partner that's just not wanting to do what you want. Let's say you got into a relationship with a woman that you love, James. You love her to death, right? And she loves you too. And she don't want to leave you and you don't want to leave her. But you like oral sex and she ain't trying to do it. I mean, like, you really like oral sex. Like, you would prefer to have oral sex over having sex. But she's not trying to put a penis in her mouth. Okay? Sometimes, you can come to an agreement where, you know what? Hey, I know you hate doing this, but I'm not going to leave you because you won't do oral sex. I'm not going to leave you. But I would like the opportunity to at least get this desire met. Could you imagine having a desire? Now, a lot of people want to act like they're holier than thou, whatever. And like they can go, and have their needs unmet. But if we're talking about needs and desires, people are going to get what they want. People are going to go after what they want. And whether it's you pestering her about, coming to the ideal of actually trying to do oral sex, which would probably put more stress on her than actually coming to an agreement to where you can go get that need met somewhere else. It's like you're gonna get the need met. If it's a need, you're gonna get it met somehow. You might as well be an adult about it and figure that out with your partner, is all I'm saying. Relationships are what you make it. You don't have to have the type of relationship people say you have to have. You can have whatever relationship you want to have. If you want to be with somebody who don't want to be with anybody else, but you want to be with somebody else, there are people that are okay with that. If you want to be with somebody who only wants to be with you and you only want to be with them, there are people that are okay with that. If you want to be with somebody who you want them to be with other people so that you don't have to do certain things, there are people that are okay with that. You just have to go where, you have to know what you want and go after it with the right person. Okay. Harry Go says, you're beautiful. I won't mind cheating with you. Well, I won't be cheating anytime soon. Just, you know what? Because I'm in a place where, and some people get here. Some people get here and then some people get out of this place that I'm in. I'm in a place where any of the needs that I have, I pretty much can fulfill them myself. I don't really have any need that I need another person for currently. if that makes sense. So, but it takes a while to get here. James Brooks says, I seen his his wording, little boys cheat. Why little boys? Why not kids? Because both genders cheat. That's true. Both genders do cheat. And then James says, yeah, but if you truly love someone, wouldn't you accept that they don't want to do something? Yes, you can accept that they don't want to do something, but that doesn't change what you want. And it's your choice to stop, to train yourself to not want what you want anymore. You can do that. You can do that. If you want to sacrifice, remember we talked about sacrifice. We talked about being in a relationship with someone who is less than what you would want. If we're being honest, they're less than what you would really want, but because you love them, you sacrifice that part of yourself to be in a relationship. Now, let's take this for example. Now you're with this girl, or this woman, and you like oral sex, and she don't want to do oral sex, and you accept that she doesn't do oral sex, right? So now you go in this entire relationship not having oral sex when you love oral sex. You're like deadening that desire in you, right? You find out that she then went and got one of her needs met somewhere else. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? Betrayed, because you have made a sacrifice for her. You made a sacrifice for her, and now she has stepped out of the relationship. And even if she hasn't stepped out physically, let's say she stepped out emotionally, and now she's talking to the next person, getting her emotional needs met. You're going to feel some kind of way about that, because here you are, and you're going to bring it up too. Here I am going all this time. You don't want to do X, Y, and Z, but here you are doing, you know what I'm saying? So it's your choice. It's your choice. And I say plan for the worst. People are human. They make mistakes. They have weak points, I'm not saying that's an excuse, but it happens. That's what mistakes are, that's how people make mistakes. People make mistakes. And you have to create a space. If you say you love this person, you have to create a space to know that this person is going to mess up somehow. I'm not saying they're going to cheat, but there are going to be mistakes. And so knowing that there are going to be mistakes, what type of sacrifices are you willing to make? And if something goes wrong, how upset are you going to be about the sacrifice that you made? And if you're going to be livid about the sacrifice that you made, I say it's up to you to make sure that you are in some type of agreement with your partner to make sure that you're getting all your needs met. That's up to you. If you decide to sacrifice something to be in a relationship and then something goes wrong, that's your fault, because it was your choice to sacrifice one, and then it's your responsibility to get your needs met. So if you're with someone and there's something that you really, really want, and there's something that you really, need in a relationship, you need to find out a way to get that in an open, emotionally safe environment. So if that means talking to your partner and letting them know, hey, this is what I like, and I don't know how we're going to fix this, but we need to fix it, then fix that. Okay? It's your happiness is your responsibility. Your partner can only do for you what you open up the space for them to do. And if they don't know that this is something that you really, really need, how can they accommodate you? Are you afraid? Are you so afraid to propose something that's, non-traditional to them, that you're going to sacrifice really what you really need or what you want? I'm just saying. Or you need to find somebody else who's going to do it. Why get into a relationship? Look, let me explain love. Love is a chemical reaction. Okay? Love is a chemical reaction. Love is an emotion that is, set off by chemical reactions in the brain. And we choose, that's why there's a honeymoon period. And after that honeymoon period, you choose to continue to love this person, okay? So why would you choose to love someone? Why would you choose to be in a relationship with someone who technically is not compatible with you? That's why you need to ask all the questions up front. That's why you need to make sure you know who you're dating. That's why you need to vet people. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So if you truly love someone and they don't fulfill the needs, the basic needs that you have, you messed up. Because that means you didn't opened your heart to someone you didn't even figure out who they were before you allowed yourself to love them. Does that make sense? And a lot of people say, oh, but you can't help who you love. That's after the fact. The fact that you even interacted with this person was a choice. You can't love someone that you don't know. I hope this makes sense. I know I might get a lot of hate mail behind that, but hey, whatever. uh, oh my goodness. Okay. There says Avner. Avner says, if you ain't got big size, don't date women. That I would not say that, Abner. I say if you don't have a big size, find a woman who's okay with you having a smaller size. That's what I would say. Okay. James says, LOL, some relationships are so weird. I just don't think that the actions taken are logical. I mean, look, this is your world, baby. This is your world. The only reason we do things the way we do things is because we have been taught to do them that way. Doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's wrong. That's why we have so many religions. Okay? You know, they find out that something ain't right about this when they come up with a new one. Okay? You got to learn to be flexible, and you got to learn yourself enough to know what you want so that you can go out and find the person that's good for you. James says, LOL, hell yeah, I would feel betrayed. That's how people die. Look, I'm laughing, but you're right. People, look, matters of the heart are serious. So be serious about your selection of person that you're with, okay? Take it seriously, because you can forever tie yourself to someone even if they're not the right person for you, i.e. having children. You know, people do this all the time. They have sex with people they wouldn't be with. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Have sex with people that you would be with in a long term. That way, if anything goes wrong, anything happened, little kid pop up, something like that, at least the woman or the man that you didn't had sex with is someone that you can rock with, you know? Edra says, damn, I miss so much. I thought we were done. No, we still, you know what? And we still got one more section to go through too. So let me get through these comments and then we go through the last section, which is how to not cheat. James says, so if a person cheated on you, would you be willing to give them a second chance? Yes. And I have. So, okay. So I've cheated, right? And I've been cheated on. And I've been cheated on twice. And both times I gave them a second chance. Okay? And then we ended up ending the relationship for some other reason. It had nothing to do with sex or cheating or anything like that. But yes, because like I said, I don't believe that cheating is the end. It can be. It doesn't have to be. It just depends on your situation, the person, the reason, who they cheated with, why they cheated, where they cheated. You know, because maybe, you know, we get caught up in everyday life. Maybe I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I have neglected my partner. Maybe I have, you know, overlooked them and their needs and their desires. Okay. Again, this is not condoning, but this is being honest. We're being honest about being human, about being, you know, who we are, and about making mistakes, and about, you know, just being real. This is real stuff. People want to act like they would never cheat. People want to act like, they don't make mistakes. But the moment you say, "Oh, I would never," you better believe that it's coming to you. Okay? Because I was the person, I would never cheat. Blah, blah, blah. And then I was faced with a situation to where it was just like, what else am I supposed to do? You know? Andrew says, "Damn, that means all I said is now lost." That's okay. You can hop back in the conversation. Real Hawk says, "Do you think women cheat to get their ex-boyfriend back in their life?" What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Cheat to get their ex-boyfriend back in their life. Cheat on the person they're with the ex to get the ex back in their life? If that's so, yes, that's very possible. Taka Zulu says, "Facts. 100 Queen. Thank you, love. I appreciate, the feedback and the support. Because a lot of people want to act like this is not real life. This is real life. Let's stop playing. Let's stop, let's get out of our egos and let's really deal with human issues. We have needs, we got desires, we make mistakes. Like Jason Kenner says, true, facts, princess. Thank you, love. Lewis says, facts. Thank you, love. Ataka Zulu says, in the end, it all boils down to maturity. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you're going to be in a relationship, you need to be mature enough to be in the relationship, okay? If you can't handle, relationships are hard. Relationships are hard, but they are beneficial, Imagine trying to expand alone. There's no such thing. You cannot, you can't expand alone. We talked about, being mirrors. A relationship allows you the space and the opportunity to learn who you are based off this other person. In a relationship, you learn your flaws because now you have somebody else to bounce energy off of, okay? And so, but relationships are really hard because now not only are you worried about yourself, but you're worried about another individual, You're not worried about just your needs. Now you're worried about the needs of someone else too. So it's difficult. Let me see. And okay, yes, he said it's about maturity. Joe Oceanic Sex agreed. James says, damn, I don't know what you're talking about, but damn. Chino Miles says, so beautiful. Thank you, babe. Lewis Gibson says, you trusted them after they cheated, took one back, and she cheated again. See, it's your choice. It's just personal choice. It depends on what's happening in the relationship, why they cheated, who they cheated with, where they cheated. I'm serious. I'm so serious. Where they cheated, that's you need to know where they cheated. Did they cheat in your house, in your bed, in your room? Or did they just find somewhere to just get it off? All of those things is important. Let me tell you why. If your partner cheated in the parking lot of a McDonald's parking lot, you know they were definitely just trying to get it off. If this person cheated in your bedroom, in your bed, you know that they don't respect your house, they don't respect you or anything you got going on. Because a person that's trying to keep a relationship intact, when they cheat, they're not bringing that stuff back to their house. No, absolutely not. They may be cheating, they're not going to bring it back to their house. If they respect you, they're going to try and make sure that you, and I know this sounds weird, but if they respect you, they're going to try and make sure that you have nothing to do with it. Because again, this is about them fulfilling whatever issues they have for themselves. You are the partner. You are an extension of them. But anything that they are doing is for them, which is why if you are cheated on, If you find yourself cheated on in a relationship, this is not a reflection of you. This is not a reflection of you unless you are indeed withholding emotional support or physical connection on purpose. Then yes, then it's a reflection of you because you're wrong. You're in the wrong. You're wrong. If you're withholding sexual pleasure from your partner for selfish reasons, that is a reflection on you. However, if your partner is going out and cheating because of something that they need that they're feeling that they're not getting, or they are insecure, they're too insecure to come to you and talk to you about their needs, that is a reflection on them and has nothing to do with you. Okay? I missed some comments, so let me go back up. Lewis, okay. Jason Kenner says, who in their right mind would cheat on you, Princess? Someone who thought that they can get something better and then found out that there's nothing better. You know, they always come back though. They always, you know, I will give it. Some people are naive. Some people, you heard the phenomenon of thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. You know, I'll put it to you like this: a child does not know the worth of $100 bill. Okay, the child does not know the worth of $100 bill. A baby, let's say a baby, you give a $100 bill to a baby, they will put it in their mouths, they will tear it up, they'll give it to the next person walking by. Do you understand? So again, it was not a reflection of me. It was a reflection of them and their ignorance, their gullibility, and their naiveness. Okay? Now, you grow up from a baby, you learn some things, you experience some things, and you understand that $100 bill was the biggest bill that you can get. You know, it's all about maturity, just like we talked about earlier. It's all good though. Ataka Zulu says, I've never cheated, but I always forgave women for cheating on me and giving them second chances until recent years. Now I feel as though if you cheat or you're an ex, be gone. Have no patience for it. You know what? And that is your choice. You can do that. That is, and it's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. You are setting up boundaries for yourself to protect yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Andrew says, I really love your honesty and not a lot of women would do this. So respect. Thank you, love. That was one thing I said earlier. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, how can I teach if I'm going to, you know, sugarcoat, if I'm going to hide things, or if I'm going to, you know, be a hypocrite or whatever. I can't teach from that space. James Brooks says, hell yeah, relationships are hard. Yes, they are hard. Sometimes you need a break. It's okay to have a break, you know, a space. Sometimes you just have to. Andrew says, earlier on when I said, nah, he was just casually having fun with a few drinks with friends, I meant casually with the cocaine. Okay. Now, for the people who don't know what he's talking about, we weren't really talking about cocaine. We were talking about a person having an addiction to something outside of sex and asking if that's cheating. Like a person who's going to have cocaine and not tell their partner that they're doing cocaine. And my response was that if this becomes an addiction and they are going to the cocaine for emotional fulfillment instead of going to their partner, then yes, I consider that cheating, you know. But if it's anything less than that, then I just consider that lying by omission. Either way, it ain't good. Girl Hawk says, yes, that is what I meant to ask. Okay. Joe Oceanic says, Princess, when a woman or a man neglects his or her partner, he or she deserves to be cheated on without any remorse. Joe Oceanic, now, I mean, to a certain extent, I can understand why you would say that. But let me level with you for a moment. Hold on. Let me see if there's any. You guys are putting in a lot of comments. Let me level with you for a moment. Some people neglect their partner out of ignorance. They don't know how to be there for their partner. Remember, this is why this channel is here. People don't, it's like we're missing a class in school about relationships. You know, we get economics, we get classes on economics, we get classes on all different types of things, even having babies, you know, sex ed. But what we don't get classes on is healthy relationships. Okay, excuse me, hold on. We don't get classes on healthy relationships. So sometimes people are neglecting their partners because they don't know how to have a healthy relationship. They have either been taught that that's okay. They are unaware that their partner feels neglected. Okay, remember, it's a two-sided thing. What I may feel is okay may not be okay for you. I may be okay with having sex once a week. You might not. You might be okay with having sex once every 2 months. And in my opinion, I'm being neglected because I want to have sex once a week. But you don't want to have sex once a week. You want to have sex twice a month. That could be considered neglect from one person's point of view. And from the other person's point of view, it's just normal. It's a normalcy. So it really comes down to your point of view and that person's point of view. This is why you have to talk. You have to open up a space to where you know, and create a space to where you're comfortable enough talking with your partner about these things so that you can get down to what's the problem, so you can fix it. If you really love this person, you want to be with this person, ain't no sense of damaging a relationship, you know, just assuming that this person is trying to do you wrong, you know. They may not be. And then on the other hand, they might be. There are people, the creation of a narcissist, the book I'm writing, there are people that will neglect you on purpose to try and get a rise out of you, to try and get you, to pull you down emotionally. Okay. So it depends. So I feel where you're coming from on that, but I would challenge you to make sure that the person that you're with is not, that they're not neglecting you on purpose. Okay. Jimmy Lowe says, gorgeous. Thank you, love. Mwah. James says, and I know they always come back. Yeah, they do. They always come back. They always come back. I have not had one ex that has not come back. Legit. Okay. Lewis Gibson says, if I had you, no way I'm cheating. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know. I'm kind of cray-cray. I got a little dragon in my blood. The red hair. Lewis Gibson says, I wish you had this channel 15 years ago. You know what? What was I doing 15 years ago? I wouldn't have been able to give this lesson to you 15 years ago. You know, a lot of my hardship has been within the last 15 years. So, but I understand your sentiment, baby. I do. Let me see. I'm trying to get through this last section. Let me get through this last section, y'all, okay? We've been here on for almost 3 hours, I feel like. Okay, this last section. How, things to do to keep from cheating, okay? And I'm going to come back to the comments, okay? Things to do to keep from cheating. Number 1, leave the relationship. I think somebody said this earlier in the comments. Just leave. Just leave. If you cannot get what you want from your relationship, or this person is unwilling to work with you, that lets you know that you're not in a healthy relationship and you're not with someone who's willing to reciprocate the energy that you're trying to put into it. If you come to this person and you let them know that you have needs and they're not trying to work with you on it, you don't need to be with them in any way. So just leave. That's one. Two, practice self-control by removing yourself from the situation. If you're one of those people where you just happen to find yourself around beautiful women all the time or fine ass dudes all the time, and and it's a struggle to stay focused, especially during those tension moments that we talked about in a relationship where it may not be particularly going the way that you want to in a relationship, but it's not that anybody's being neglectful or anything like that. It's just a moment of tension in a relationship that is supposed to be there in order to help you guys grow together and to propel the relationship forward. Okay, that's a tension moment in a relationship. During those times, it is particularly important for you to guard yourself and to make sure that you're not putting yourself in situations that are going to lead to, radical thinking, um, moments of weakness, because the flesh is weak. The flesh is weak, and if your mental game is not strong enough, you can find yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. Okay, so if you are in a tension moment in your relationship, the best thing you can do is to not put yourself in situations that would, be grounds for cheating. And if you find yourself in a situation like that, to immediately remove yourself. You need to think about the health of your relationship. You need to think about everything you would be losing if you were to stay in the situation and some stuff would go down. You need to think about all that, okay? And then the last thing I would say is, to things to do to keep from cheating is, we talked about this earlier. If you are in a relationship and this is not a tension moment, this is somebody that you love, this is somebody that you've been with for a while, and you just find yourself like you're not happy in the relationship and there's things that you want, things you need to, one, talk to your partner about this to keep from cheating. Talk to them about this. And if it's of a sexual nature, you need y'all need to find a solution, whether it's proposing an open relationship or going into a poly relationship or having a hall pass moment or whatever. If you guys love each other, you have to find a space, a safe space for you guys to work out your problems. That's the only way to stay together. I mean, aside from denying yourself any desires that you have, or or anything that you may want, or denying your needs, aside from doing that, in which some people do it. But again, if anything goes wrong in that relationship and that relationship ends, now you've lost time and investment and sacrifice. So for me, and again, this is from the platform in which I am teaching from, which is to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Yes, you are in a relationship. Yes, this person is an extension of yourself, but you have to take care of the number one player, which is you. You cannot fill anybody else's cup. You cannot take care of anyone else if you are not taken care of. If you are upset and depressed and sad all the time, how are you going to take care of the next person if you're not emotionally capable to do that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have for you, okay? I hope this helps. Let me go back to the comments. I think that last comment that I'm looking for, Black's comment. Yes, or Brick City 101. Cheating is more serious when you're married. I would agree. Cheating is definitely more serious because there's more collateral damage to be had in a marriage. Ataka Zulu says, thank you, Queen. Boundaries are healthy, as I am learning. Very healthy. Boundaries with yourself, even making boundaries for you, like saying to yourself, like, I know that when I get into a relationship, I go hard, I go full out, I completely love. And finding boundaries within yourself to say, okay, I'm not going to go full out until I know that this person is committed. That's a boundary that you have to put on yourself. So having boundaries in the relationship and having boundaries on yourself, very, very important. Harry Gold says, it's hard when you love your partner, but he or she isn't giving you good sex, makes you want to cheat. I understand. That's when You take your partner to some classes. Y'all go look. I have a few videos. Go check them out. I do. We talk about sex here on the platform too. You know, if you need coaching, I'm available. All you have to do is find my information in the description box in the bottom. You don't have to give up on your relationship, especially if you have someone who's willing to go through the fire with you, who's willing to do what it takes to make sure that relationship stays intact. You just have to find the solution. That's it. But you can't sit back at home and, be upset about it and not do anything about it. You, go go get her a book. Show her some videos. Hey baby, you know what I'm saying? Let's try this out. Hey baby, I bought you a toy. Let's try this. You know what I'm saying? Get up in there. If you're married, that's your wife. Y'all gonna be together for some time. Y'all better figure it out. Andrew says, and we don't have classes on how to deal with anger. They just want us to act out on emotion and possibly depopulate. My bad, I'm getting carried away. It's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's an extra extension, getting classes on dealing with your emotions, they could, but they're more worried about making money. So Ataka Zulu says cheaters who hurt a good person gets cheated on and heartbroken with no remorse. It's called karma. Like I said earlier, it's about maturity. If you don't want to be faithful, why are you in a relationship? I agree. If you don't want to be faithful, if you have no intentions on being faithful in a relationship, either don't get into a monogamous relationship, don't commit, or find someone who's okay with that. So I agree. Joe Oceanic says, Princess, you're on point, sweetie. It's not greener out there. Trust me. A lot of people don't appreciate what they have until it's too late. Hey, like, who just said this? Ataka Zulu? Karma. Hey, that's just karma. No, the grass is not greener on the other side. And I hate to say it, but I'm one of the best. Hey, I'm one of the best. That's why I'm here to teach. That's why I'm here to teach our women to be the best. Because when we are the best, we make y'all the best. And when we are the best, we get what we want. You know what I'm saying? Harley says, you doing a D review? What's a D review? I'm not sure what a D review is. Please elaborate, Harley. Andrew says, on purpose to try and get a rise out of you. That sound like people at my work. Yes. Joe Oceanic says, Princess, I want to hire you as my personal coach. You're very experienced. Thank you. I'm here. And I've definitely made the prices more affordable. So I've dropped the prices of the services that I offer just so that you guys can afford it. Okay. So hit me up. And what I would like to say is there is the relationship membership. Okay. But there's also a private access membership in which it's only $19.99 a month. And with that membership, you actually get one free coaching session a month. Okay. So in addition to the videos and the newsletters and stuff like that, you actually do get one free coaching session. And the coaching section actually costs more than the membership. Okay. So there is a value right there for you. Chino says, agreed, life is too short. It is. It's too short. It's too short to be not getting what you want. I'm just going to say it. It's too short. Because you over here sacrificing. You're sacrificing for the person that you're with. And then let's just say it ends. Because, nobody knows, what's going to happen. Let's just say it ends. Now you didn't sacrifice your whole life and everything in it for this relationship and it didn't work. Now you run around, you bitter, you upset, and you mad that you 10 plus years older now. It's harder for you to move on, harder for you to get a new partner. you know, and that whole time you was sacrificing, not getting what you want. No, says I. No, says I. No. Learn how to get what you want and be in a relationship at the same time. There's no reason why you need to deny yourself in order to be in a relationship. It don't make no sense. Lewis says, have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Louise Animal says, what if the person has problems communicating? Take them to a counselor or sign up for some coaching sessions. I offer them, or there are very competent counselors, I'm sure, in your area. Take them to learn how to communicate. It's a skill. Communication is a skill, you know? Chris Florida says, all cheating do is bring disease into the relationship. Not good. Very scary. Yes, I agree. Not cool. Andrew says, I must have made myself sound crazy earlier, LOL, like I was all for cheating or something. When I was talking about having that balance of having both boxes checked. Look, I'm not here to judge. If you're for cheating, you're for cheating. If you're not here for cheating, if you're not for it, you're not for it, that's okay. It's a personal choice. Everything is a personal choice. Don't worry about what people think about you. You want to cheat, go find someone who's okay with cheating, though. That's all I would say. And if you don't want to cheat, find somebody who's okay with being in a monogamous relationship. Andrew says, like being with that one that you love and she also takes care of that itch. Yes. The check in both boxes, I totally get it. Michael Owen says 100. Andrew says, I'm really not LOL, but I need that woman that helps me with needs. Also, just saying, everybody needs that. Everybody needs maybe different, but they need someone that's going to take care of their needs. You know what I'm saying? And their emotional state, all that. There's nothing wrong with finding someone who can take care of all of that for you, or finding someone who can figure out how to take care of that, all of that with you. Okay. All right. Well, we've been on here for like 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm about to go. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you. Please think of me as your personal coach and consultant. Make sure you hit the like on this video. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed. Again, make sure you come over. Even if you come over to the website for the free membership, I send out the newsletter every Monday. And just in case YouTube tries to do something crazy, we can still be in contact with each other, and we can find another platform or whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen. YouTube been really messing up with these lives lately, and they have recently changed their terms and conditions and things of that sort. So again, www.sensualinnovations.com. Come over and at the very least sign up for the free membership. Make sure you share this video with someone. There is a part 1 to this video, so make sure you go check that out. I'll make sure I label them in the titles, part 1 and part 2, okay? I want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. Remember that the holiday contest is going on right now. Today was day 8. $50 Amazon gift card is on the table. It's free money, okay? And there are 2 other prizes to be won. So come over to my Instagram. My Instagram ID is Princess2goddess 100. Make sure that you follow me and that you're subscribed here on the YouTube channel in order to qualify. And then all you have to do is do the simple tasks that I give to you every day. If you go check the community tab on the channel, right here in the channel, go check the community tab. You'll see some pictures and stuff. I just posted the task for today, task 8. It's a riddle. It's super fun. And if you're trying to get on this contest, go ahead and participate. But you have to come over to Instagram in order to participate, because that's where I'm running it from. Okay. All right, you guys. I love y'all. And I will see you guys next Wednesday, right here in the community of members. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. All right. I hope you think of me as your personal coach and consultant, because I love y'all. Bye.